Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
Well, hey, Chase. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to talk to us about the Fred Bryant sale.
Hey, Jamie, happy to be here. Thanks for having me on the old podcast.
I know. For those, do you want to introduce yourself, or do you feel like people hopefully know who you are by now?
I mean, I would think with the listeners that y'all have, they would. But for anybody new, I'm Chase Vasut. I work with the Longhorn Legacy Group, running sales. Also do a lot of pedigree reading across the country. So I'll be one of the faces kind of behind the Fred Bryant this year in Springfield, Missouri.
So I'm assuming that many people probably aren't familiar with who Fred Bryant is. Do you want to give a little bio of him?
Yeah. Fred was an amazing dude. It was Gila Valley Longhorns. Cheryl, who's still with us. Jamie, you have to help me. They came in kind of a big way. Bought some really good cattle. Just salt of the earth people. Fred always had a smile, was a great guy, and really wanted everybody to get along and be happy. Unfortunately, we lost him. It was right there at the beginning of COVID. And so, he just kind of left a void there. So was it COVID, right?
Yeah, it was COVID. Yep. That's what he passed away from.
Yeah. And, he just kind of left a big hole. So that's one thing to kind of memorialize him as we wanted to do a sale. They were at every sale and were part of everything. So, Johnny Hicks had the idea to get this going, and it's been a great one.
Yep. And in the past couple of years, Cheryl has been there in attendance at least for a few hours on Saturday. So hopefully she comes again this year.
Yeah, she's a real sweet lady, and hopefully she can make it out.
All right. So what are the sale details, date, times?
So the sale is going to be on Saturday, October 7th at 4:00. So following the sale, we've got the award banquet for the Futurity. Lisa Lubring sponsored, kind of the dinner bar, all that kind of stuff there. So that is the sale date. Now, the cattle we're going to ask to arrive on Friday, October 6th. So we're doing a one-day sale in Futurity this year. And on Friday, we are doing the Lazy J Longhorns, Joe Sedlacek. We're going to do a satellite measurement. This year, it kind of fell on a weird date. It's the week before the showcase. So this is the weekend of satellites. As well as the ITLA championship. So we moved everything back a day so people who wanted to participate in all of those can do it in one fell swoop in Springfield.
Nice.
So that satellite measurement's going to start at around 4:00 on Friday.
Cool. And I think on Saturday, the Futurity starts at 9, correct?
Yep. 9:00 in the morning. We might bump it back a little bit, and we'll decide there. It just depends. Like I said, there's a lot of people that will be scooting over from the ITLA championships in Duncan, and so we want to give them the opportunity to get their cattle there, get them staged before the Futurity. So we got plenty of time between the two, so that's going to be a gain time. But for right now, we're thinking 9 a.m. is when the first one walks in.
And then on Sunday, everyone needs to be out by 11, it looks like. It's a little change. Usually it's noon.
Yeah, normally it's noon. But if we could have everybody out by 11 this year, that'd be great.
And who are the sale day contacts?
Sale day contacts will be a host. I mean, you can call me. I'll be reading pedigrees. Jamie, once again, I'll volunteer hired hand. We've got Ann Gravitt will be there, and even, Johnny Hicks, if you have a question about the Futurity or need something through the sale. Joe Sedlacek will be there running the sales office, so he's a great guy to get a hold of. So pretty much any name in the front of that sale catalog, whoever you feel comfortable talking to, feel free to reach out.
And you want to give a rundown of everybody else that's helping throughout the weekend? Auctioneer, You mentioned yourself as a pedigree reader.
Yeah. So I'll do the pedigree reading. We got Dan Huntington doing our auctioneering. Tony Tommy Peterson is going to be handling the cattle, as well as catching bids. We got Hired Hand, obviously, there for online bidding, and then Johnny Hicks is heading up the Futurity.
And then do they contact Tommy with late arrivals if they happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything related to the cattle handling. If you look in the front, I know some of the catalogs got shredded in the post office, but if you get on our website or Hired Hands, the catalog is there, and Tommy's number is in that list of contacts for sale day staff.
What about haulers for those people online?
We've got haulers lined up. So Vincent Rapp will be hauling. He should be back in action. Dylan Scarpa hauling. Tommy can haul. So yeah, like we always say at every sale, I've been got 10, 12 years of doing this. We've never left a cow there. So bid in confidence, we'll find somebody to get your cattle to you.
And we'll be sure to put them, I'll list those three as haulers in the auction details on Hired Hand Live, and then we'll message them out during the sale with their phone numbers and stuff too, so everyone can contact them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, these guys are there. Springfield's a pretty central location. So, I would say it's within a couple hours of any direction they need to go.
All right, let's talk about the consigners. What do you have about them?
It's a great group. Traditionally, this is we kind of call this as one of those regional sales. We've had the pickers have done a great job out in Oregon. Obviously Ann on the East Coast, Dan up in the Midwest, and Melissa down there in Reno with the biggest little long. I can't ever remember how that goes. The biggest little. Okay. Biggest little Longhorn sale. But so this is one of those. So there's a lot of guys who have connections to the Midwest that consigned. We got Harv Brandt. He's coming up from Michigan. Rusty Clark, J Bar J Longhorns. He's right there in Richland, Missouri. Just trying to find guys a little closer because I found out on the last podcast we did, if I don't mention people specifically, like John Randolph from Smithville, Texas, they get a little upset. So I'm going to preface that with these are just guys local. We have another great list, but Josh and Megan Shaw, the Stoltzes, that's called a disclaimer, Jamie.
I get it.
CYA. A great group. I think counting on 20, 26, 27 consigners, I believe.
Yep, I think that's what I counted too, was 26. So that's a good group.
Yeah. And then, I think we're running, I believe, 51 head, 50 heads. So, I mean, it's really cool to see. I mean, normally, doing similar sales like this, to have only, about a 2 consignment average per consigner is great. What that tells me, we're kind of, we worked with the consigners a lot to get the quality up. So you don't have somebody who's just dumping 10 head they don't want. I think these are all, valuable cattle that can do well in programs across the country.
For sure. Do you have any updates about any of the cows?
I mean, they've all grown since we did the catalog. So tons of horn. I know we have 2 scratches. The Kraft Ranch cattle. I think it was lot 1 and then lot 30 something. They're not going to be making it there. They are for sale. We just in moving ranches across and moving cattle. We just didn't take into account that it took 3 weeks to get the tuberculum serum for the testing. So I'm actually sitting here looking at them right now. They're good to go. They just won't be for sale in Springfield.
Okay, so it was lot 1 and lot 35 are now a scratch.
Yeah, our scratches.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
No, it's just question of this, like who's my favorite, who's the top 5.
No, I'm not even going to ask you your favorite because you never give me an answer. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to quiz you over the top 5.
Oh, that's fine. See, I was going to give you my top 5, but this is better.
All right, let's do it.
So let's see. I would think that lot 1, the earlier lots always seem to get a lot of hits, so I would think lot 1 would be on there.
Actually, lot 1 didn't make the cut.
I'm getting so rusty.
So close, you are.
Would lot 6 be on there? The Stoltzes?
No, close. Lot 7 is.
at 7. That was my next one I was going to say. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the Bandito Blanco, that's Wayne and Joanna Manning. She's a solid cow. I think Wayne might have been sleeping when I talked him into consigning her. So let's see. What was she? Number what?
She is number 4.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
With Wayne's, if Wayne does 2, they're always, so I'm going to say lot 22 as well. The Rowdy Shazam, is she on there?
She is. She's number 2.
Okay, I'm getting there. Let's. What about Josh and Megan Shaw brought a good one? Hicks's Halo.
No, she didn't make the cut. She's really close though.
Lot 20. This is one of the toughers. Sean and Haley Loftus put a nice heifer in that Whips Arrow, lot 45.
Mm-hmm. No.
Man, I'm striking out. How about a little help from the call a friend? What about Mike and Linda Metcalf, that Gabriella?
Nope, not her either.
Wow.
However, HBF Sunrise Dottie, she's the number 1 viewed.
Holly Billy Farms.
I know. Shout out to Adam.
Looky there. Yeah, the real Slim Shady. Okay, looky there. See, Adam always does a great job promoting his stuff. So that is cool. See, she's a nice cow. I mean, it's tough to pick the top 5 when I'm generally clueless as to what they are up to this point.
Yeah. Okay. So lot 2, you already guessed, which was DH Rowdy Shazam. The 3rd highest viewed is Dun Delilah.
Oh yeah.
4th you got, which was M7 Bandito Blanco, and then the 5th one is LLR Jew Lady, I think is how they pronounce it.
That is lot
3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So look at that. So Adam, the Clarks got 2 in the top 5. Yeah, that Jew lady too that Harrison put in. We got to see her at the East Coast. Like she's young. I mean, obviously she's just turning a year old like now, but man, is she flashy. I think she did really well in that Futurity, and so it's gonna be kind of cool to see her. She's drag iron, all that. So shout out to Harrison for digging deep there, and all the consigners. They're all nice animals.
It's always fun to see Harrison. His mom is always pretty close behind too. She's always just so excited for him.
Oh yeah, I tell you, he just shot a heck of a deer. He's sending down to shameless plug Rockin' AF Taxidermy. So yeah, good hunter and all that. But yeah, it's cool to watch the younger generation come up and be excited. And I mean, as short as the time he's been in and already have quality consignments. I mean, I've been in it 15 years and can't find one. So it's pretty cool to see.
For sure. Is there any sponsors that we want to talk about for this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we've got quite a list of them. I know like Kent and Sandy Harrell are sponsoring the sale this year. Johnny's got a whole list that we're going to be promoting, but Dr. Gilliland always steps up and helps us. So a lot of sales sponsors that are taking advantage of that 0% commission. As well as, I don't have the Futurity list in front of me, but Johnny will be promoting them as we kind of do this jointly with Heartland Promotions. They do Futurity and we do the sale.
Mm-hmm. And I think, do you remember who the sponsor was for the meal or for the awards on Saturday?
Yeah, that's Lisa Lubering is sponsoring that.
Cool.
So, all the awards being given away and the dinner and the little party that's starting right after the sale is Lisa.
Well, and we should mention, again, Johnny's handling the Futurity. He's
Correct.
Couldn't join us today, but I was able to talk to him a little bit earlier today. And maybe, Chase, you can fill people in as well. But we said the Futurity potentially will start sometime on Saturday morning. There were, I think, 8 heifer classes and 4 bull classes.
Correct.
And then they're having 5 judges. Did he tell you who the judges were?
No, Johnny likes to keep that stuff secret. Like he thinks it's gonna, I don't know. Like Johnny plays stuff pretty close to the chest. Did he tell you?
He did tell me. Yep.
Well, let's hear it.
All right. One is Savannah Smith. Another
Yeah.
one is Josh Gentry. And then his
G3
wife.
Mercantile.
Yep. And then his wife, Brittany. The fourth one is Marshall Pagosa.
All right.
And then Tim, I'm sorry, I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, but Claddle? Is that how Tim pronounces his last name?
Caudle or Cadell?
Caudle. We'll go with that.
Caudel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So those are the five.
So Devin and Ryan Culpepper have a husband-wife duo taking over the reign.
I know, a little competition for him, huh?
With the Gentrys, yeah. Josh, employee of the month, as we saw on Facebook.
We did see that.
Of his family-owned business. So that's
a good one.
That's a great. It's a great lineup of judges. Again, hearing them for the first time, that's they've all got knowledge of cattle and what makes them marketable and valuable. And I think having 5 judges is the key to a futurity. We've seen seen the value in that the past ones, and when you're talking about payouts and all that, as big as they are, it's good to have that many sets of eyes on them.
Definitely. Yep. And then I don't know, I think we mentioned this earlier, but the awards will be immediately after the sale on Friday too. So people get to stick around for the sale.
Yeah, it's all, the facility that we're at right there, it's gorgeous. The inside's built out really well. They got a cafe that runs. So if you're hungry, go there. We're going to have drinks out for the sale and futurity. But yeah, so it can house everything right there in one place. So immediately following the sale, we'll do the award ceremony and the dinner. So those who want to hang out overnight, they can, or those who want to hit the road, they got the opportunity to do so.
Well, is there anything that we haven't talked about that we should mention?
It's a great year to be in Longhorn. So, again, with this sale, I think the quality is higher than it's been. It's a strong emerging market there. So, just encourage everybody to come out. I know there's, like we mentioned, between, September and November, there's a sale every weekend, but there's great cattle to be added. We're getting rain where we needed it. So I just say come on out to Springfield, have a fun time, go see the Big Bass Pro and buy you some pretty Longhorns.
All right. Well, we'll see you this weekend.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.